It all started on a normal Tuesday. The sun was shining, kids played, parents commuted. No one expected the world to change. A few people noticed a tiny dark speck racing across the sky. It wasn't a bird or a plane. Soon, hundreds of these specks appeared, moving in perfect formation, silent as shadows. People pointed, snapped photos, and watched as the specks grew into massive, smooth shapes. News channels scrambled for answers. Scientists were baffled. The objects came from deep space, moving with purpose, slowing as they neared Earth. Fear crept in. What were these things? The sky filled with dark, silent ships hovering above major cities, New York, London, Tokyo. They looked like enormous stones. No windows, no doors, just floating there. Streets fell silent as people stared upward, frozen between awe and terror. Cars stopped, conversations died. The world held its breath. For a whole day, nothing happened. The ships just hovered. Were they friendly? Curious? No one knew. Children asked questions parents couldn't answer. The world felt smaller, united in uncertainty. We were no longer alone in the universe. The silence from the sky was deafening. It was the sound of waiting. The ship's presence was a mystery that overshadowed everything. People clung to loved ones, unsure what tomorrow would bring. The blue sky was gone, replaced by a new, ominous reality. The world watched, hoping for a sign. The ships remained unmoving as day turned to night. The sense of dread grew with every hour. Humanity waited, powerless, beneath the silent fleet. The question echoed everywhere. What happens next? The world was united in fear and wonder. The sky, once a symbol of freedom, now felt like a cage. The waiting was unbearable, and so the world stood still. World leaders scrambled into emergency meetings. Should they reach out or prepare for war? No one agreed. Some urged caution, hoping for peace. Others demanded readiness, fearing invasion. Even the most powerful felt helpless. On the streets, reactions were mixed. Some welcomed the unknown, others panicked. People stockpiled supplies, families huddled at home, eyes glued to the news. The internet exploded with theories, videos, and rumors. Truth and fiction blurred. Fear spread faster than facts. The only certainty, the ships were real, looming above. Schools closed, businesses shuttered, life paused. Scientists sent messages in every language, hoping for a reply. No answer came. The ships hovered, silent and still. Humanity waited, united in anxiety. The world felt suspended, as if time itself had stopped. Every hour without contact deepened the tension. The sky was all anyone could talk about. Scientists worked around the clock, desperate for understanding. The world's attention was fixed upward, searching for meaning. The ship's silence was a challenge no one knew how to meet. The global standoff continued, fear and hope mingling in every heart. The world was on edge, waiting for the next move. The sense of unity was born from shared uncertainty. The waiting became its own kind of crisis. Humanity was together, if only in fear. The world held its breath, bracing for what was to come. The silence was the loudest sound of all. On the third day, everything changed. Without warning, beams of white energy shot down from each ship. They struck city centers, power stations, government buildings. Explosions turned buildings to dust, roads cracked, the ground shook. The silent ships now hummed with a deep, terrifying sound. Panic erupted. This was no peaceful visit. Smaller alien craft swarmed out, attacking infrastructure, bridges, airports, train stations. Humanity was cut off, isolated and powerless. Cities became islands of chaos and fear. People fled, but escape was nearly impossible. The world's hope for peace was buried in rubble. Survival became the only thought. The first day of the attack revealed our unpreparedness. The welcome signs were gone, replaced by devastation. The nightmare had begun. The world was under siege. The alien invasion was swift and merciless. Humanity's unity was now forged in desperation. The question was no longer, why are they here? But how do we survive? The war for Earth had started. The world would never be the same. The attacks left world governments in disarray. Alien strikes destroyed command centers and cut communications. Disaster plans failed. No one was prepared for this. Armies fought back, but alien shields rendered our weapons useless. Fighter jets fell, missiles exploded harmlessly. Local leaders, mayors, police, firefighters became the new organizers. They set up shelters, distributed supplies, and tried to keep order. The aliens targeted anything organized, forcing people to scatter. The chain of command was broken. Confusion reigned. Leaders struggled to regroup. The aliens exploited our chaos, gaining ground with every hour. The world's strength was shattered. Governments tried to adapt, but the enemy was always a step ahead. The planet's defenders were overwhelmed. The world's unity was tested as never before. The alien strategy was working. Humanity was on the brink. With governments faltering, people turned to each other. Neighbors became allies, strangers became friends. Small groups formed, sharing food, finding shelter, and caring for the wounded. Survival meant leaving cities, traveling on foot to the countryside. Life became simple and harsh, hiding, staying quiet, avoiding technology. The alien ships hunted large groups and signals, so people became invisible. Nature became both refuge and teacher. Forests, rivers, and caves offered shelter and resources. Those with survival skills led the way. Humanity rediscovered its connection to the earth. Children learned silence. Everyone listened for the alien hum. The world became a vast game of hide and seek. In hiding, humanity found unity and resilience. The struggle for survival brought people together in unexpected ways. Humanity refused to surrender. Our weapons failed, but our minds did not. Small resistance groups formed, working in secret. Scientists studied alien wreckage, searching for weaknesses. They discovered the ships communicated with special signals. Engineers built devices to jam these signals, confusing alien fighters. Guerrilla tactics, ambushes, traps, hit-and-run attacks became the new warfare. The aliens realized Earth would not be easy to conquer. Our knowledge of the land became our greatest weapon. We used weather, terrain, and city layouts to our advantage. Every victory, no matter how small, fueled hope. The resistance proved humanity's spirit was unbreakable. The aliens faced a foe they hadn't expected, human ingenuity. The fight was uneven, but not hopeless. We learned, adapted, and struck back. The war became a battle of wits. Earth was not conquered yet. The alien war scarred the planet. Cities became ruins, landmarks vanished, skies turned gray, nature suffered, forests burned, rivers polluted, animals displaced. Yet with humanity in hiding, some places began to heal, air cleared, wildlife returned to abandoned streets. The world grew wilder, more dangerous, but strangely beautiful. The night sky was dominated by alien ships, their eerie glow a constant reminder. The stars were hidden, hope seemed distant. The world was transformed, less human, more mysterious. The sky, once a symbol of dreams, became a prison ceiling. Our place in the universe was forever changed. Amid war, some still hoped for peace. Scientists and linguists worked to communicate with the aliens. They discovered the aliens used patterns of light as language. After months, they managed to send a simple message. "Why are you here?" For days, there was no response. Then, a mothership replied with a story. Their world was dying. They needed a new home. They saw us as wildlife, not as equals. The revelation was shocking. They weren't evil, just desperate. For the first time, we understood their motives. The possibility of dialogue emerged. The war's meaning shifted. Understanding became as important as fighting. The hope for peace was fragile but real. Communication was our new weapon. The world's fate hung on words, not just arms. The first step toward peace had been taken. Understanding changed everything. Negotiations began, a battle of words, not weapons. We showed the aliens our art, music, and humanity. Some aliens began to question their mission. Divisions grew among them, some wanted peace. We offered to help them find a new home on Mars. After tense talks, a fragile peace was reached. The ships left Earth's orbit, heading for Mars. A few stayed to work with us, building a future together. The war ended, leaving a world forever changed. Cities lay in ruins, but hope returned. Humanity was united as never before. We rebuilt, not just with bricks, but with new understanding. We had survived extinction and found our place in the universe. The future would be hard, but we faced it together. The stars, once hidden, now inspired wonder again. The world looked up, not with fear, but with hope. A new chapter for Earth had begun.